It's difficult for us to replace the magnitude of funding that was put on the table providing therapy for HIV positive patients, for instance. And there was a reason why we were not doing it from the beginning. We all had a role to play in the sector. And what we're seeing today is some gaps appearing brutally with consequences. But then people ask me and say, but do you think you're going to be able to continue with business as usual? And no, we cannot continue with business as usual, very clearly. We are seeing that. We know that in areas where health coverage will reduce, the next outbreak will be much deadlier than the previous one. In areas where we function, where we operate, where we know that there's regular bouts of cholera, for instance, and we respond to the cholera outbreaks, we know that the next cholera outbreak is bound to be, you know, a bit more deadly or wider or could spread or could be more difficult to contain. If vaccination campaigns are stopping today, we know that we're not going to see the consequence in 1 month or 2 months, but we're going to see the consequences. We will need to rekindle with specific areas of expertise that we might have let go of over the years because other organizations have stepped in. And as I said earlier, we do not work in a vacuum. We work among a community with others and we rely on each other. We have the feeling that it's completely new, but it's actually been discussed for 10 years. But now somebody pulls it out and it takes a different flavor. We know that things as we knew them is more or less over. Will international aid in general, so I don't want to talk about the humanitarian sector only. I would like to include the governmental bit that you were referring to, the institutional bit. Will we see a change? We have to see a change. I don't think there's any choice. What this change will look like, there's good sides to it, for sure, provided you keep on the spotlight on the end receivers of that whole chain and on the people that matter the most, which are the people that we are trying to help. So I'll be very honest, I some days get very frustrated because with all the sympathy I have, I get a bit tired of hearing about, oh, we're going to cut jobs in New York, or we're going to cut jobs in Washington, or we're going to cut jobs in Geneva. And again, with all due respect to the people's livelihood, that's not the point here. But if only that could be met with 100,000 people here will not get that service anymore. Those kids will not be vaccinated. This outbreak will not be responded to. It would be a bit healthier in terms of the equation that is being put out there. So is there light at the end of the tunnel? Allow me to say it might be a bit too early to tell you, but the tunnel looks a bit darker today than it was before January 20th. But it looks darker for the people that we're trying to help, and that's the only answer I can give you at this stage. Thank you.